Better late than never, right? Nuggets, Lakers, Western Conference Finals series preview. Let's dive right into it. Three keys for the Los Angeles Lakers. First of all, number one, no back cuts. Jokic obviously will basically be the point guard for all intents and purposes for Denver. And anytime they hit him, be alert to your man back cutting every single time. He will find that pass. He is the best passing big of all time, one of the best passers, period, of all time. He sees everything. This is just from the last time these teams played. We have a record of 5 million passes that are far better than any of these. Here was the one time the Lakers covered it well, doing a good job staying home on the back cut there. And then here, Danny Green seeing the back cut, Caruso coming to get the steal. Number two, contain Jamal Murray. Much easier said than done. Obviously, he's terrific snaking, getting back into the paint for that little pull-up. Can't let him get ahead of steam like this in transition. Loves that little hesitation dribble. Great at changing his speeds. They also made a concerted effort last time these teams played to really go at his matchup. Danny Green generally in the post. Be on the lookout for that again. And then, obviously, we'll play a ton of two-man game with Jokic. Loves to just do this even in transition. Little pitch and hand back. Caruso does a good job getting under the first one when it's that far out, but then as they come back into a pick and roll, then you definitely have to go over. Otherwise, Murray will shoot it, obviously. Dwight, good job being up at the level of the screen, take away the shot, forces a Murray turnover. Not so good by JaVale here. If you don't have any presence in your drop, if you don't impact the ball at all, again, Jamal is way too good, turning the corner, hanging in the air, has so many different solutions. Number three, creating offense for others. Can the Lakers find a way to get everybody else involved? A good way to do that is by creating offense from their defense. That's a huge part of their identity all season long. A really, really solid, strong defensive team, and a great way for Caruso, for Rondo, for Kuzma, for the guys that don't really have plays run for them as much to get some points, is by doing it with their energy and doing it with their defense. As you can see, Kuzma did a really good job of that the last time these teams met, got himself a number of easy buckets. They'll run the occasional staggered screen for Kuzma. You see hitting a three there. Obviously, LeBron, AD, pick and roll will be part of the diet. LeBron, great X out there by Denver on the pass out. Dion Waiters, unlikely to be in the rotation to start. Danny Green, though, certainly will be. Obviously, very streaky. If he can make shots, it'll be a huge boost for the Lakers. Denver has to be alert to this. Danny Green, probably the best ever at doing this, faking that he's going to cut out to the weak side and then coming back to the strong side corner. But again, his three has been erratic, hit or miss. Obviously can get very hot in a hurry, so Denver has to respect him. The three keys from the Nuggets' perspective. Number one, keep Bron and AD outside, out of the paint. Again, much easier said than done, but just be alert. Millsap most likely will start on AD. Jokic most likely will start on JaVale. They ran the first play of the game when these teams met right away, going right at Millsap on a little cross-screen action for AD. Again, they will run tons of actions and tons of just dumping the ball down to him on the left block. Michael Porter Jr. does a good job stunting initially, then coming on a late double. But good ball movement by the Lakers there. Let's see if they can find JaVale at the rim a couple times here. Jokic comes on a double. AD, not a phenomenal passer, out of the double team in the post. We'll see if Denver can speed him up from time to time, force some of those turnovers. Again, do you single cover, or do you have guys stunting at the ball, coming to dig it out of the post? Pretty solid defense there to force his turnaround. Beats you in so many different ways, though. He'll rim run in transition. He'll obviously get behind you for some rolls, some lobs. Got to stay between him and the basket at all times. Have to keep him off the offensive glass. Super active. He's a superstar for a reason. Look at him back cutting from the corner for the offensive rebound. Put back slam on Jokic there. LeBron, same thing. You have to especially wall him up in transition. Same way you do Giannis. He needs to see five bodies. If he doesn't, if he only sees Monte Morris, he's going right through him to the rim easy. Torrey Craig will be a matchup off the bench against him. Jeremy Grant likely to start the game. These are the shots, again, you want to force LeBron to take. Even though he can certainly hit them, you want him living outside there, ideally, and then you adjust. If he gets super hot, which, like I said, he can, have to certainly respect his shot as well. Plumlee might even see some time on him. Loves that step back off the dribble. Again, he is the greatest, or one of the greatest of all time for sure, for a reason. Again, you also have to be very alert. If you have a good matchup for him, like Craig here, pretty reasonable. Jamal Murray can't fall asleep on Kyle Kuzma. LeBron, like Jokic, sees every pass, delivers it perfectly in their pocket. You cannot help that far off. Number 2, Denver needs an aggressive Jokic. McGee, if he does start on him, Jokic has to try to break him in half to go right at him in the post. I do not think he has the size to guard Jokic. I also don't think he has the quickness and the intelligence to get back to a popping Jokic that far away. That would be an impossible recovery from all that distance. One adjustment we'll see the Lakers either start with or make. They like to go to ice to switch, or even just like a peel back switch, which is, again, when he sees the ball handler's jersey numbers, now Dwight takes the ball handler, Caruso is going to peel back to get Jokic, but again, that's the aggressive Jokic Denver needs, to take those looks, to stay involved, to take the open shot when it's there. Sometimes he gets unselfish even to a fault. Here we see it again. We'll also see Denver then adjust by trying to post Jokic against the mismatch. You see him going to the elbow here against Caruso. Kuzma tries to come on a double, can't get split with the double. Again, he will pass out of it. He will get layups. Number 3, a bench lift. Can Denver get some scoring from its second unit, which has the potential to be a really strong point for them in this series? Monte Morris, one of my favorite backup point guards in the league. I think he's a starting caliber point guard. He is a big-time scorer. We'll see. The offense will run through Plumlee as well when he's in the game. Like Jokic, he's a tremendously gifted passer, just doesn't have any of the scoring ability, but he's high IQ, good screener, good passer, good ball, good dribbler for sure. You see him again here, delay set. Monte Morris slips. Lakers have to be on the same page, just like we talked about in the back cuts. Here, Waiters thinks they're switching. Green thinks they're staying. Leads to a Morris layup. Michael Porter Jr. also was hot. He can certainly be an added boost for Denver off the bench. Clearly has tremendous potential. Can strike lightning hot, very quick. Lakers certainly have to know that he played them very well the last time these teams met. They have to respect him from the start, or they'll be in for a long series. Overall, I think these teams are much closer matched than a lot of people do. I think it'll be a tremendous series. My pick, Lakers in 7, but I do think it really can go either way. I think tonight could go either way. Should be a great game. Make sure you thumb up, subscribe. A lot more of content coming all series long. Thanks for watching.